Hey folks, back with ancient cosmology. Um, so, I'm trying to decipher the Tsodilo Hills um, painting from Botswana. It's up to 20,000 years old. So I think that it could be Madagascar, basically. That's, especially from the way it's shown. Um, Wherever it's shown. Awesome. Guess it's not shown. Yeah, well, I sort of posted other freaking photos of this, but can't find them. So that's great. Hate my life. Tsodilo Hills. This is what happens when I send a shit ton of photos to myself to teach a class, and then it clogs up the photos I use for my videos. Alright, well, I know I have more than this, but here's this. Anyway, it shows this animal, elevated above these other animals. So that suggests to me again that it could be Madagascar, and that Madagascar could be retrograde because islands are often, at least in the Göbekli Tepe map, all the islands are retrograde, and in a lot of ancient maps, islands and other things are flipped retrograde, like flipped backwards. So that's a good candidate for that this is this flipped backwards, and that these are the mainland of Africa, Eastern Africa. And yeah, these are like zoomed in on these parts because these might be the heads of these animals. The giraffe here and this sort of horned animal over here. But that's weird. I definitely thought I had more images of that. So oh yeah, I guess I do. I guess it's these ones that I was thinking of. So and then zooming in on it, it seems to be that that it actually shows the water somewhat. Basically that, for this animal to, be here, like it's basically, because its legs are not evident, it's basically wading in the water. So it seems like they painted water from, here to here. And so like basically its legs are submerged. And so that would be somewhere around here, Could even relate to these two like island clumps there. Also, it seems like these little, reefs and maybe islands might be accounted for as well by some of these shapes in here. That certainly looks similar. I think that they sometimes, painted these things in particular parts of caves and rock walls to make use of certain natural features. So, oh yeah, here's this idiot. And so there might be kind of a natural line in the wall here that they might be using as the water that the animal is in. And it could even relate to these kind of seamounts or whatever these are, lines in the, Indian Ocean between Madagascar and Africa. But other details, it seems to show it has more or less the correct angle of the head. Seems that it may have the delineated lower jaw, lower lip, like that one right there. And it seems to have has a little line here that's more pronounced than other lines in here. It seems to relate to this line in here. And just this whole, the contours and colors inside match pretty well to the actual colors and contours of Madagascar. I'm guessing this part is actually this part here, and then this part is back here. I'm guessing the tail is like the part of the lamb that goes back to here, and then this part is like the rest of the mainland between like here and there or so. Although the tail could also include the kind of seamount or raised sea floor there. The fact that the neck kind of there's like a bump and then down and then it goes up and then down kind of, or up and then over, kind of matches to like this being this bump right here, and then this sort of somewhat curved shape being this part here. So, they tweak it a bit to make it a bit more like a real animal. But, so yeah, I'm pretty convinced of this. I mean, I don't know if I can say I'm 100% convinced, but maybe I should be. But yeah. So that would be up to 20,000-year-old Botswana, Southern African avatar of Madagascar, an ancient zoomorphic map, basically the same as we find elsewhere. So yeah, matches pretty well, just a relatively flat back and the kind of pointy or relatively abrupt corner there all matches pretty well. And there may be a lot more details that I've yet to, or that I might never notice. This line right here could relate to some of these. Maybe this line here, this kind of seamount. Don't know. So this will be hopefully my next class. If they approve it, Brownsville 40 Library. They were hating on me last time because we didn't leave I did my class on Thursday. The librarian was like furious at us because we didn't leave the library before closing, or I guess I don't know, we left at closing time. We didn't leave, I don't know. Like they came like 5 minutes early before closing and were already like screaming at us. So hopefully they're not going to ban me over that because I know they would love to. So yeah, this will hopefully be it. Brownsville 40 Library. That would be my first class there. That's Midtown Santa Cruz community room. So I just used the free class thing to like cover up his wang, because since I'm going to want to post this around town, I don't want to just be posting dick pics everywhere. So I like covered up his dick in both the mural and the geography satellite image. But this would be good. Finally do a class about this. So yeah, you have these hands down here. So I know that the Aboriginal Australians use hands like that, and I think they have some cosmological meaning, like they mean a lake or something, I don't know what. So these could refer to some of the major lakes here, or who knows. Yeah. Let's see. All right, so this is about these types of this type of anthropomorphic map. Among the Yolngu of Australia. Alright, so I guess I'll start it around here. I can't remember where I left off in another video. Maybe here. So a Wena, I don't know how you say this, I'm just going to say Wena. But Wena is more than this. It is in fact a very complex bundle of concepts. In calling up notions of socialized space, it is used in connection with the temporary site at which people live. But it also means enduring country, a named place. Wena in this sense carries with it connections to all other named places. Wena is not only the human creation of camp, but also the dreaming creation of country, a concept primary to Yolngu social organization. In the first Julon we shall consider, see item 5.2, the saltwater crocodile Baru is said to have its legs splayed out, holding the Wena with its feet. So that's this. So this is like a zoomorphic map of Arnhem, part of Arnhem Land by the Yolngu. So that's called a Dulon. These maps are, basically all the maps I study would be called a Dulon by the Yolngu. If the Dulon in item 5.2 is oriented with the crocodile's head pointed upwards, then it can be recognized as a map in the conventional Western sense. The place mapped here is called Nalarwi, near Birani, the homeland center of the Gumaj people, which can be located on item 5.1. So here, which doesn't show us much, Caledon Bay, and so this is like, I've tried to show this, wherever that was. Here, basically, it seems to basically be this river that it shows in that map. And so this river seems to be or relate to the body of the crocodile, and the tail is the estuary and this kind of gorge coming out into the sea. And then could it be that the face and one of the arms are actually delineated by the curves in the river here, that this would be the face of the crocodile and this would be one of its arms kind of twisted backwards. I kind of lean towards that being at least one iteration. So the Dulon represents a specific place where the crocodile, an ancestral being, lives, and the graphic elements, by looking at the detailed, the position of the crocodile's feet and body define the area of the Gumaj clan homeland by holding on to it. The coast is represented by the rear legs. The mouth of the river is where the tail joins the body. By looking at the detailed western map of Caledon